the greenhouse has been getting rather over congested with lots of things, hopefully, that are going to grow. So I've just got back from the allotment. I've just taken over all the onion sets and the potato, or the seed potatoes, ready to go in at the weekend, which frees up lots of space to start sowing a little bit of salad. I've got some lettuce that I'm going to be putting in. Now at the moment I'm only doing 3 different varieties. I'm doing some Lolla, rossa, Webb's Wonderful and All Year Round. Now I've got a tray of mixed compost here. It's got a mixture of vermiculite and perlite. And we're just going to put them in a little bit sparsely. I think sparsely is a word. Or am I thinking about the herbs I'm going to be sowing? Parsley. So, how are we all doing? How are we liking the different changes in the weather? Now, yesterday was actually quite nice. It was reasonably warm-ish for this time of year. And today is grey, overcast, very windy. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of rain. Right, that's the next one done. Next layer. Now to the lettuce, I'm not going to be covering it with normal compost because I'm having a bit of a problem with this compost that I've bought. I don't know what the hell was in it, but a lot of the flowers I've put in are not germinating, and I'm coming back and finding that it's compacting down too much. Now, whether that's due to the fact there's not enough peat in it, I'm not too sure. How have you been getting on with this peat-free compost? I'll be interested to know how your results, because personally, I'm having to put additives to it, i.e. perlite, vermiculite, a little bit of grit, just to try and break it up a bit so it doesn't compact, which I didn't have that problem when there was peat in it. So anyway, that's that bit done. Let's be salads in. Too much in there. I'll just give it a little sieve over. With some not totally dry compost, but not wet, mixed with vermiculite. Now I'm trying different things at the moment just to find out what works best for germination. A couple of stones in there. And that's the first of my lettuces. Now, on the packet, it says, easy to grow. One of the easiest things to grow. A child can grow them. Find me the child, because I can't grow them for love nor money. And this is on my bucket list. I will grow a radish. I cannot grow radishes to save my life. I don't know why. They germinate, I get loads of top growth, but I don't get a radish. So my mission this year is to get a radish. Just one. That's all I want, is this one radish. So I'm going to be doing a little variety in this pot. Now, the seeds I've picked for this pot are the small variety, which are like the little ball ones. We've got Scarlet Globe, which is a small round one. We've got Bright Lights, Sparkler 3, and Cherry Belly. Belly, a little cherry one. Now I'm going to do a little section for each one and see how they fare up. In there. Now I am doing another variety as well, which is Flamboyant 3, but they're more of a long one. So I've got a pot down there which is a bit deeper, which I'm going to be doing them in. So we've got number 3. We're also, actually, while I think of it, I forgot to do that. Actually, if I put them in there, then I know where to separate them. Just sprinkle them on lightly. Now we'll pick out the little thin ones as they start to germinate. If. I do emphasise the word if. Right, they're all in. Actually, I might just scatter some across the top, give them a light little covering. So this is the first attempt for this year to grow a radish. Pop them in there so I know. That's it, in the middle. All good. Now I have been a little bit cheeky. I'd already done my pepper seeds, and I don't know if you can see over there, they're not too bad. We've got some that are starting to go a bit leggy. So we brought them out the house, brought them down the greenhouse, but I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, I had to get more pepper seeds. So I've done another couple here, just little pots, and we've got some Romano mixed, which is a bell pepper, and they're quite big peppers apparently, big pointy ones. So we've got some of them in there. And we've got some of these hot or pepper hot, hot scotch. So, don't know how hot they are. So we put some of them in there as well. Now, as they need the heat, I'm not gonna put them in a propagator. All I'm gonna do, I've put 2 lolly sticks in the middle and trying to keep the moisture in with a little plastic bag. We're going to pop the little plastic bag over the top. Now the lolly stick is to hold up the bag, which you may have guessed. Tie that in and stick a little elastic band around it. Or a lucky band, as some people call it. That's it. And that will keep the moisture in until they germinate, and then I'll take the bags off. But now, if you notice the labels that I use, there's starting to rain. There's a little topic that seems to be popping up quite a lot, which is labelling plants. Now, we are all a victim of this, including myself, of labelling the plants, and let's just get that on there. Bloody hell, I'm all fingers and no thumbs, look. We're all victim of this. Label the plants, time they germinate, you come back to the labels and there's nothing written on them. And you can't remember what the hell was in the pots. Now, I just want to go through a few different ways that people label things. Let me close the door. That's better. The rain has a tendency of blowing this direction towards the door, so it all comes in. So anyway, labels. How do you label your plants? Pop your little comment down below and let us know. Now, there's several ways you can do it. Most people use the plastic labels. Not many people use the wooden labels, because obviously you can't clean them, unlike these. But there is some advantages and disadvantages to both. Now, there's 3 things that people use: a normal biro, a HB pencil, a HB2 pencil, and a Sharpie pen. Now, I've done a little experiment over the winter with this. Pencil, fades. Pencil, fades. Pencil, no good. The pen, on there, not too bad. Depending what type of ink is in the pen, sometimes it all smudges together, so you can't read what's on the label. And pen on there, because the labels now, these ones, the old labels used to have a rough side and a smooth side. Now these seem to be sort of smooth both sides, so it tends to fade. I use a Sharpie pen. Now, I keep a dialogue indoors of what I sow, so I don't need that full label. A lot of people, they put the variety and what have you on that side, and then the sow date on the other side. I don't need it, so as you've noticed, I cut mine in half and I just put a number on. The Sharpie pen is ideal. It is a little bit time consuming though. although you buy these and you can use them over and over again, you have got to clean them. Now, nail polish remover is the ideal thing to remove these. Now they have to have I can't remember the exact percentage, but it's a high percentage of, I think it's alcohol something or other, to make them clear. You can buy the cheap nail varnish removers, but they don't work as good. Not that I wear nail varnish very often at all. But yeah, that's that option. Now the option I like is these, the wooden ones, because it soaks in, it stays as it is, you can constantly read it, and when you're done with the label, you just chuck it in the compost bin. And these are a cheaper option than the plastic. The other thing you can use is electrical tape, which I have used in the past on pots and works very well with the Sharpie pen. But what I have found is trying to get this tape off the pots to clean them ready for the next year is a devil's own job. So unless you're going to keep the same numbers and the same names for each year, it's not a very good idea. There is another one. Now I have no idea how to use this. This is a more expensive thing. I don't know if any of you have ever used one of these. One of these tag label things. Now, I've turned it on and had a little fiddle around with it, but I haven't actually used it. I thought the batteries were dead then. I was sure I put new batteries in it last night. And all you do is you print off what you need. You can pick the size of the letters you want as well. So ideally, you're growing like a cabbage, tomato, you want the letters quite small. So we're going to keep this short. I'll find the letters on there. RADISH. Find a bloody D on there. You can see I don't do a lot of typing. SH. And apparently all you do is press and it comes out there. Pull the little thing at the side and it cuts it off. A perfect label. And I think I spelt that wrong. So yeah, and it sticks on well. It sticks on the pot very well. I can't get in there. And it's easily removed. The only downside is the cost of that is quite expensive, and so is the refill packs of the tape. So if you're doing one or two little varieties of something just for some windowsill pots, this is ideal. But on a grand scale in the greenhouse, this is not cost effective for me or other people that grow lots of things. So yeah, let's turn that off, or try to. It won't turn off. That's it. So yeah, we've had a little move around here. We've taken the insulation down. It's starting to get a little bit dark now, so I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to be putting a few little onion seeds in, some spring onions before I go in. Still got a little bit of light. So I'll catch up with you at the weekend when I'm on the plot sorting out my onions and the potatoes. It's going to be a very busy day. See you very soon. Take care.